Hey Jan, can you hear me okay? Hey Willow, also Keith, how's things with all of you? Painting a mini you got for Christmas? Nice. I think I'm going to make my New Year's resolution to get into painting minis, just so I can get more practice painting things in general in. Also, another excuse to get myself an airbrush, if I can budget for one. Willow, you have a big bowl of bolognese and a large spice drum. You ready to go? Heck yeah. Keith, bonus, it can then be used for nail art. True. I've never actually really paid much attention to my nails. When I was still an egg, I used to paint them. Well, not really paint them, but just carefully polish them to get them super shiny. But I sort of fell out of doing that, especially since the day job tends to break them quite quickly anyway. Hello, hello, hello to you too, Nick. You've got a plate full of biscuits and maple flavoured tea. You ready? Heck yeah. Willow, you work with your hands, but you also try and take best care of them this year. Ah, that's fair. Nick, you're still buzzing from critting twice in a row on Monday, presumably during your 4th edition campaign run by Keith, and irising a crit. Oof, that's a deep cut, but good for you. Yep, just a few more links to post and I'll be with you all. Sorry I started a few minutes late. Alrighty, let's do this. Okay, so camera's working. I just try a bit of a blue stripe just to represent my character and save, so yeah. Oh, glad you like it, Nick. I just used sort of a cheap, very face paint and then touched up with eyeshadow. It's kind of a cute effect, and it's a lot easier than just painting my whole face. Keith, look at that cute makeup and teeth crafts. Yep, I love these teeth. Can't wait to make better ones. Any downside is I actually kind of managed to bite the inside of my mouth, and yep, I think being a tiefling in real life would suck because every time you bite your mouth, you've basically just gone. Willow, always a fan of stripes, cute teeth, and the eyes again. Yeah. Kind of reminds me, Orcs Adventure does actually have at least one joke about tieflings biting their own tongues. I suppose it's kind of a logical thing that would happen when you think about it. But yeah. Ooh. Ooh. And we're being raided by Looking for Jace. Okay, I'll just switch back to the screen there. Hey Raiders, we're just getting started. How's it going? Oh, thanks for handling shout outs there. Thank you for raiding Looking for Jace. What have you been playing? Messenger. A classic. Well, not a classic. One classic, maybe. It's a good game. I hope that went well. Oh yeah, so nice to meet you all. I'm BisectedBrioche. I like to stream playthroughs of single player games and occasionally I cosplay. Right now I'm playing Pathfinder, so I'm just sort of not quite sort of soft cosplaying the tiefling character I created for it. That is Pathfinder Kingmaker, not the tabletop game it's based on, obviously. My most recent project's been learning how to make acrylic teeth, hence the I mean, I'm British, but they don't always look like that. Going well, maybe made good progress on the messenger, but honestly it's hard to say. There. Oh, come on, Nick. The Americans love it. Well, anyways, let's get this started. Let me know how the sound levels are. Mediocre plays. You've been seeing the acrylic teeth process on Twitter. It's been really interesting. Fair enough. Yeah, I've been thinking of starting an Instagram just to show off my cosplay progress photos. Because obviously Twitter's going down the tubes a bit and... Nick, you had to go through agony to get your teeth to look this average, so I have a point. Keith and Nick, audio sounds good. Good, good. Oh, and Willow, thank you for gifting the tier 1 sub to Enfys. I'm sure they'll enjoy it. Actually, that reminds me, I keep forgetting. Do you stream, Willow? Oh yeah, speaking of, sorry if I sound a bit weird with these teeth in. I do actually have a fair bit of experience learning to speak with fake teeth in, but obviously since I literally made these a few days ago, I still haven't had much practice. Nick, the game might be a touch too loud, maybe dip 10-15%. Okay. Yo. Lower that down to minus 20 decibel. Actually, let's make it minus 20. Okay, is that any better? Okay, that's good. Good. They always say the air game should be like a certain percentage quieter than your voice, but I never really managed to get it. I think everyone just sort of plays it by ear. Well, anywho. Oh, warning for spider phobia here because this dungeon seems to have a lot of them. Oh, and thank you for follow looking for Jace, as well as the raid. I recently had to change my streaming setup, so I only have my phone to check the feed. Oh yeah. So, quick recap. Long story short, my rival, who tried to frame, who was a spy for some faction or other, who tried to frame me for his spying, is currently pretending to be a kobold and starting a war between some kobolds and some mites for reasons. He's just kind of a jerk. So now I'm going to try and track him down. Oh yeah. So this is my tiefling. For some reason it shows, yeah, obviously, yeah, there's not that much customization available in the game, but I have a cool cloak and yeah, my favourite colour of tieflings are purple or green, but the game only really offers red or blue. Yeah, I rolled an Eldritch Scoundrel, which in 5th edition is sort of the same as the Arcane Trickster, if you prefer D&D to Pathfinder. Hey Nellis, how goes the hunt for the smoothie ingredients? I didn't get it. Nick, audio is tricky because it's not just the volume that can cause things to get muddled, it can be the character of the sounds themselves. Can I tell you've been deep diving into audio balance lately? And you're a fan of at least one orange tiefling, Nick. Wonder who that might be. Right. Okay, so that's a friendly kobold. Yeah, my character's chaotic neutral. Objectively the best alignment, don't at me. You fads, why I bite that bone? Old scale. I want, I wish. I learn words. Boldness, strength, salucious.
The dangers don't frighten me.
So yeah, basically the having a neutral alignment means you can basically sort of avoid. Now let's. Oh yeah, you do use a blender to make smoothies. Yes, it's definitely smoothies than making a blender. Using a blender, not my rival.
I'll share my path.
Okay, so I've got a theory of sort of GMing styles, and they can be roughly sort of divided into Goblin style GMing and Kobold GMing, and it all basically just depends on what you like for your basic mooks. Ooh, nice bit of loot there. Kobolds have turned this skull of a dragon-like creature into an object of worship. Yep. So if you don't sort of keep up on D&D and Pathfinder lore, basically kobolds are sort of like goblin. They're sort of like how goblins are to more other humanoids, but towards dragons. So they sort of low-key worship dragons, and they have sort of some draconic heritage. It's not always made clear. Nick, that means you're a goblin-style GM, and Iris is a kobold-style GM. Keith, you're a kobold DM. Nolus, tell us more about goblin versus kobold GMing. Okay, so goblins and kobolds. Goblins are, to be blunt, they're basically sort of based on Tolkien's orcs/goblins. There wasn't too much distinction. They're your typical always chaotic evil race, when that was actually or in the days before that became very very awkward. I mean, it was always awkward, but you know. And they're sort of the chaotic evil ones. They're sort of well, basically kobolds and goblins are sort of low level mooks. They're basically they're still chaotic in different ways. So they'll sort of both basically, you wouldn't be surprised to have them raiding a town and being very excited about doing it. But goblins just sort of would use swarm tactics, while kobolds would be a bit more sneaky. So like, instead of actually rushing the town like a goblins would, kobolds would probably prefer to try and sneak in and steal some stuff, and then fortify their lair. Whereas goblins are more of a straightforward, if you'll just challenge tougher and tougher goblins sort of thing. I'm sure, well, everyone's heard of Tucker's kobolds, which are still the very low CR kobolds you get in D&D.
How cute!
But they sort of set loads and loads of traps and the like, which make them extremely dangerous. So basically, a goblin GM would prefer a sort of a hierarchy of tougher and tougher enemies at their players, whereas the kobold style GMing is more coming up with interesting scenarios for the combat. I mean, it's not a sort of a binary thing, but
This is my time to shine.
basically it's giving a battler a gimmick versus making a balanced encounter. Also, I'm completely lost, can you tell? Alright, this is basically the same area I was in before, but I'm in a different end of it. So the kobold end has spiders and stuff, and the mite end has centipedes.
I'll share my path.
Keith, Nick has adopted one of your kobolds. I mean, adopting a random enemy is a time-honoured player tradition. Not that I'd do such a thing. my tiefling rogues are harpy children ever again. Nick, you've always seen that kobold is defensive and goblin is offensive. You go to the kobold's lair and the goblin takes the scenario to you. Yeah, actually that makes more sense.
Can you make an epic pose? I need inspiration.
For someone playing a rogue, I'm not being very sneaky about this, am I? Hey there.
Consider me provoked.
Repent.
Everyone loves a good critical. Notice so the comparison is specifically about the wargaming aspect, like cinematic combats versus tactical combats. Yeah, to be fair, I think Nick's come up with a better explanation. Like, kobolds, you sort of they'll lure you into their dungeon and try and outwit you. Goblins are more likely to attack you head on. And obviously that just represents sort of the basic enemy structuring. Basically what you'll throw at the players at first level. Nick, obviously you can't speak for other games or editions, but certainly in 5e, goblins are more stealth focused than kobolds. In fact, they get bonus action, disengage and hide, and they have expertise in stealth. Yeah, that's fair. Right. I'm just going to put my torch away and get out a scythe.
Stand down.
Scythes are finesse weapons in Pathfinder, so you can sneak attack with them.
Tear them apart.
Everyone loves the barbarian.
The dangers don't frighten me.
Okay. Oh yeah, and because this is a sort of a kobold infested area, there's a lot of traps.
The world is full of wonder. You offend me. Your time is over. Away, you rascal.
Okay.
And then our leader charged forwards. Hey, wait for me. Stand down. Serves you right.
Oh yeah, so this game, it's interesting because it was basically sort of the first CRPG adaptation of Pathfinder. And they sort of started off trying to make real-time combat and added the turn-based combat in a bit later. Which, you know, fair enough. It was sort of an indie project and they're experimenting.
This is for you.
And the sequel actually adapts my favourite Pathfinder adventure path. I'm quite excited to get onto that next.
Your life ebbs low.
Exactly, Keith. Nothing to say stealthy like heavy farm implements. Hey, Canuda. Can we get a shout out for Canuda? How's it going? Yeah, I'm good. Just sort of living my best tiefling life. Keith, driving is a dexterity application, whether it's a drive skill keyed off of it, or a tool proficiency used thereof. That's true. Nick, you just discovered the kobold inventor stat block. Is that like an artificer kobold? Because I absolutely love that. Keith, scythes are farm implements and a finesse weapons. Hypothesis. The combine harvester can be used to sneak attack. I mean, anything can be used for a sneak attack if you're quiet enough about it. Just throwing that out there. Nick. The kobold inventor gets 8 gadgets he can use once per day. And that includes a scorpion on a stick, skunk in a cage, wasp nest in a bag. Okay, that has a work of beauty. Alright, that came up in Volos, that makes sense. Nerdless. Volos also made them canonically agender gender fluid. Oh, seriously? That's pretty cool. Yeah, I should really give Volos Guard a reread. Because there's quite a lot of interesting lore it's given all the sort of basic monster enemies. Okay. Have to be careful there because there's a trap right in front.
You offend me.
There we go.
You deserved it.
Wretched things.
So, Yathal's actually the best person to send to the head of the party in this particular dungeon. Simply because she's undead, so she's not going to get poisoned. Wow.
What a waste.
Okay, I think everyone's switched to D10s. Kaneda, you're so glad they added a turn-based mode to this game. You were really frustrated by the real-time mode they started with. Yeah, I sort of tried that at the beginning because it was the default one. And I get what they were trying to do. They were just trying to go for a Baldur's Gate sort of thing, but it's just... I think Pathfinder just works so much better because they sort of did a faithful adaptation of the rules, and it is primarily a turn-based game, deriving from 3.5 edition D&D as it does.
Your time is over. Any last wishes?
I'm beginning to wonder.
Despicable.
Yep, there we go. Immune to giant spider's venom.
You can't stop me.
Become as dust.
Bring it!
Away, you rascal.
Yeah. One thing that's kind of annoying about this is it still uses 3.5 edition's rules for sneak attacks and flanking, which are complicated. Kaneda, you're so tired of real-time modes in games that try to be D&D or try to be a tabletop game. It just doesn't work, and being a spellcaster is so painful in those games. Yeah, I think one thing I'm not really enjoying is that it's basically fancy and magic all the way down. So my character's basically sort of a rogue subclass with some spellcasting, but it's all fancy and magic. So I basically have to choose each spell I want to use, and I get to fire them off once before resting, and that's it. Oh yeah, the Haglor in Verlos is fantastic. Granted, my character in Nick's campaign owes a lot to the Haglor and the Knoll lore.
This is where I step in.
She says missing completely.
Advance!
Okay, everyone group up over here. We've leveled up!
Adventures are exciting. No challenge at all.
I think one thing I do like about Pathfinder rules is they basically handle crits a bit differently. So instead of a 1 or a 20 being a critical hit or a critical success or failure, it's sort of tiered. So if you roll very low, well, basically if you have a bit bigger, well, basically it's thresholds. So you have a DC to succeed at something, but you also have a DC for a critical success and a DC for a critical failure, which I think makes much more sense because, you know, because it stops the whole a level 5 adventurer trips over their own bootlaces and breaks their neck sort of phenomenon. But anyway, let's see what we get. I think I'm going to go pure rogue here, but this does allow multi-classing, and it has prestige classes. So basically prestige classes were in 3.5 edition D&D, and they carried over to Pathfinder, and it's sort of like a better class you can multi-class into that has prerequisites. I'm actually kind of interested for Dragon Disciple, because that's sort of in the actual tabletop game, it sort of slowly causes anyone who takes levels in it to slowly turn into a basically sort of like a dragonborn sort of creature, but not quite. So I'm actually kind of curious if it changes the character model. And yeah, I agree with the general vibe of the chat. I suppose it's ironic because the whole RPG genre, well, and all its subgenres were basically originally attempts to convert D&D and other tabletop games into video games. You can actually see that in a lot of old JRPGs. They sort of use D&D style threshold leveling, where you just accumulate XP and level up when you get over a certain amount. Oh yeah, Canuda. I'm not really a fan of sort of death spiral time mechanics. No less, to be honest, the two impressions you have of how prestige classes were at making a scout character for that one private campaign that never started, and a note Order of the Stick joke about just 3 more levels of sucking, then I can be a spell thief. Yeah. Like, I feel that way about sort of wound mechanics. Because obviously there's the variant rule where if a character goes to 0 hit points, they take some sort of permanent injury. But that just sort of compounds things. I suppose it depends. If it's the kind of campaign where you're expected to lose a few characters every so often, that's fair enough. Just have that keep building up. Now, the interesting thing here is a lot of these prestige classes actually became sort of subclasses in 5th edition D&D. Because I think, apart from Eldritch Knight, most of them are not really original to Pathfinder. But yeah, I'm going to stick with Pure Rogue for my main character at the moment. I get another ability point. So I'm going to put that in dexterity. And four skill points. Elf definitely. Going to increase trickery a bit because those traps are annoying. And perception's always helpful. New rogue talent. Fast stealth would be useful. Focusing attack. Okay, so these are interesting. So focusing attack basically sort of lets you shrug off status effects by sneak attacking, which makes no sense, but it's pretty cool. Canuda, if you're on permanent injuries for going to 0, you think it depends on how easy it is to get there. Yeah, that's fair. Nick, it's never a good design if you have to suffer through the game to get to the main mechanic. Oh yeah, definitely an issue with the rogue. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm enjoying playing a Phantom Rogue at the moment, but it's kind of a shame that you don't really get the sort of the actual Phantom ability until level 9. Canuda, Wrath and Glory, a Warhammer 40k TTRPG system, as you take semi-permanent injuries for getting downed. They can be healed, but they present minor difficulties once they are healed, and can only be healed at a safe location by a trained doctor. Your sister of Battle broke her jaw, her arm, and got a collapsed lung. It gave a couple of negatives, but nothing major. Yeah, I think that's actually a better way to do it, because it does give us sort of a bit of a penalty, but doesn't completely wreck it. If that makes sense. Speaking of, I think one thing that really works for Pathfinder as a video game adaptation is sort of 3.5 edition Pathfinder. I think the biggest block to getting into it is it's very feat heavy, so you have a lot of choices. And because the game mechanics basically present all the choices that are available to you when you level up, I think that actually takes a lot of the sort of frustrating part out of it, I guess. Nihilus, you consider those 0 HP wound draws from the DMG at least once, where you had the idea a player could just replace natural character death with a permanent injury. Oh yeah, that is pretty cool. That's basically how Blaze in the Dark does it. If you don't want to kill off a character, you can basically just spend stress. So eventually that, if you keep so that might actually sort of actually put them over the threshold to get a trauma, which puts them one step closer to being retired permanently. If you don't want to kill a character off, you have that option all the time. It very much lets the player decide if they want to kill off a character, while still sort of making sure there's a mechanic to remove them if they take too much. And yeah, the other nice thing about how many different feats and stuff Pathfinder has is you do get some pretty wild abilities. Like one I saw on Twitter the other day was pointing out it's possible to be so good at bluffing you can basically sort of convince someone that you've been secretly interfering with their life the entire time. Terrorize them. I mean, to be fair, I think the idea is that the rogue's sort of focusing on their attack, and that's helping them throw off Confusion sort of makes sense. Shaken, yep. Attacking someone's a good way to feel braver. Sickened, I'm not really sure. Like, okay, maybe I'm not a fancy rogue, but I don't think stabbing someone would actually make me feel less sick. Keith, you are the moon comes to the earth to check upon the tides. I'm sure that's a reference to something. Nick, you did enjoy discovering in 4th edition that, through the right combination of feats, you could not only have a pet flying sword, but you can also turn it into the size of a horse and ride it. That is amazing and beautiful. Slow reactions. Alright, it means the enemy's reactions are slowed. Opponents damaged by the character's sneak attack can't make attacks of opportunity for 1 round. Okay, that is very useful for a rogue because they're all about, well, to be fair, a rogue usually already has abilities that prevent them from being attack of opportunity anyway. Keith, that was a reference to a 3.5 era called the Diplomancer, which by level 8 or so has a plus 30 to all social skills. To give an example of how ludicrous they can get is that yes, you can convince someone that you are the moon. Nick, it turns out for other characters so the paladin can retreat. Oh yeah, that's true. Oh yeah, and the aid another action, of course. Yeah. I think... Oh yeah, Order of the Stick actually had a gag where the rogue sort of takes a potion that increases her ability to lie. And she does stuff like convince a guard that he's been polymorphed into a bird. And because she's got like a plus 40 to all her bluff checks, it just works. What else we got? Brain Mastery. Nope, stop it. I'm not a ranger. Ooh, Uncanny Dodge. Can't be caught flat-footed or lose my dexterity bonus. Unless I'm mobilised. So yeah, a lot of abilities sort of in Pathfinder and P.5 still show up in 5th edition, but they mechanically do very different things. Like Slippery Mind is basically an entire... In a 3.5 edition in Pathfinder is a giant chunk of text explaining exactly how the rogue can mechanically throw off mind-affecting abilities. But in 5th edition, it's just proficiency and wisdom saves. Keith, in the Epic Level Handbook, it's a DC 40 jump check to fly. I mean, to be fair, that's sort of like how the Hulk could basically fly by being really good at jumping in old Marvel comics. Oh yeah, I should probably pick one of these. Combat trick. What have we got here? Point blank shot. Weapon focus. Allied spellcaster. Arcane strike. Blind fight. Expertise. Combat reflexes. Improved unarmed strike. Piranha strike. Precise strike. Weapon fighting, because he doesn't want to have two swords. Plus 4 perception checks. Fast stealth looks nice. Oh yeah, so skill focus is a very rogue ability, just because rogue sort of always been the skill monkeys of a D&D. Nick, that Hulk style flight is what Gotgar is, your orc barbarian who is currently the Father Christmas figure in your campaign. No less, how low level can you get a plus 20 modifier to jumping? And can you get it without even using magic? In 3.5 edition, it really depends on how much power gaming you did, but potentially in the single digit levels. Like, Pathfinder still has sort of some of the hints of this, in that the highest DC is 50 rather than 30 as it is in 5th edition D&D. Keith, in Urban Arcana for D21, they limited how good a spellcaster you were by skill ranks, and you wouldn't be able to buy those ranks until getting the advanced class, but forgetting that people could just spend all their ranks in a single level to become maxed out. Oh dear. Nihilus, have I played much Pokemon? Yep, I've been playing Pokemon since I got Pokemon Red in 1994. Or whatever it was when it came out. Actually, I've got kind of a cute story there where I basically gave, when I got a Game Boy Color, I gave my little brother my old Game Boy, and my parents were so happy I decided to do that. They got us a link cable and a copy of Pokemon Blue. Nihilus has redeemed Ask Me Anything. Is Bardoof a rogue? I can't dispute that. Glad you think it's wholesome, Willow. Okay, so these are all based on melee attacks, and my rogue's more of a crossbow user, so not really that useful. Combat trick, tempting. +5 to perception is... I like slow reactions just because it will it could help get my other characters out of a situation. Okay, and choose some new spells. Ooh, acid arrow. False life. I always forget what false life does. Ooh, see invisibility. The invisibility. I'll definitely need that. Sense vitals. Okay, kind of redundant because I'm already a rogue. Keith, DC 100 to climb a ceiling in 3.5. And that's why Grounded is the best rogue. Summon monster. Ooh, summon small elemental. See, this is why I always get bogged down whenever I'm playing it. Well, I don't play casters very often, and it's because I just have so much trouble deciding what spells to take. Visibility makes sense, but... yeah, I'll take invisibility. Okay, so new abilities. Oh, sweet. I get better sneak attack options. Sorry everyone, this is probably going to take a while leveling up everyone. No less you gave your sibling your old Xbox when you got a 360. And you were surprised that anyone was surprised. Isn't that just how hand-me-downs work? Exactly. Keith, diplomacy in 3.5 was DC 35 to turn someone from hostile to friendly in a single check at standard levels. At epic levels, it's DC 50 to go from hostile to helpful, and DC 150 to go from hostile to fanatically loyal. DC 80 escape artist check to fit through a hole up to 2 square inches in surface area. That actually sounds legitimately horrifying. No less Keith reminded you of... I'm not even going to read that out loud. Interesting. Oh yeah, another thing Pathfinder takes from 3.5 edition is alignment requirements for certain classes. So monks have to be lawful. Paladins have to be lawful good and can't be atheists. Rogues have to be chaotic. Actually, I think they might have removed that. Yep, druids have to be neutral on at least one axis. ability point. Oh, wisdom's his primary ability. Two skill points. Yeah, let's go with law, religion, and knowledge. Okay, no real new abilities. Okay, so everyone's favourite Inquisitor. Couple new spells. Oh, hey Jonah. Twitch is muted while you're on a call. But you've given this game over 100 hours of your time. Yep, I'm expecting to be streaming it for a while myself. Nolas, you're referring to an old 4chan meme, referring to Fatal. Oh, I hope your phone call is going well, Jonah. Although you can't actually hear me. And yep, everyone welcome to 2023. Oh yeah, so Yathal is worships Ergothoa, the basically the god of the undead. Her whole thing was basically she got caught sacrificing members of her family for it's not made entirely clear, but like just general. I think it was just like it was played sort of like a drug addiction or something, and she got banished. Nilis requests permission to tell the story from that thread. Yeah, I think I'd rather you didn't. I'm sure if anyone's interested, they can look it up, but I don't really think it's the kind of tone I want for my channel. Okay. Aid. So that helps with fear effects. Blessing of Luck and Resolve. Bone Shaker. Lay Poison. Find Traps. Oh yeah, I've got a wand of Find Traps. I think I should probably that. Oh yeah, inflict moderate wounds. Going to take that because she's undead. Only sort of negative energy spells like that can heal her. So that's basically better healing for her. Yeah, see invisibility. Be helpful if I come up with some visible. Person. I'm tempted to take Bone Shaker. Inquisitors basically have spontaneous casting, so whichever of these I take, she can basically cast until she runs out of slots. So... actually, Restoration... well, oh no, the clerics have that, actually. Let's try instead. Invisibility. No, actually... see invisibility. Yeah. Doesn't know there's at least one enemy that'll... in the area. Yep, up next is the Barb. Now, Barbs are obviously usually quite easy to level up. Like rogues, barbarians have to be chaotic on some level. Yeah, let's go with strength. Athletics, yep. Ability, yep. Nature law, always nice. And perception. Ooh, rage power. Oop, gotta go with renewed vigor because healing is just useful. Wait. Okay, I get renewed vigor anyway. So let's take Swiftfoot. What? I have no idea what's going on here. Nolus. Shake, shake, shake. Senora, shake your skeleton. Ouch, ouch, ouch. Senoria, that must hurt a ton. Yeah, I think Swiftfoot's actually useful. Because I think the biggest issue she tends to have is being able to get to the front of the fight. Okay, Octavia. I'm trying to get her into Arcane Trickster. I need 4 Trickery, 4 Mobility, Sneak Attack, so... oh yeah, she needs a second level of Rogue to get Sneak Attack. Give her Intelligence. Okay, Mobility and Trickery in 4. Extra Stealth. And oh yeah, did I mention rogues get a lot of skill points? Okay, now what shall I give her? Yeah, I think slow reactions is a good one. And last but not least, Lindsay. 4 is a bit of an empty level for bards, but we'll see. So she gets 1 point. Now really, can I give a bard anything but charisma? Persuasion, because bard. Stealth's always nice. Ability and trickery. And what bard spells do we have? Moderate wound. Rage. Scare. Yep, I like the sound of that one. Let's just save our changes. And continue. Yeah, int is based on skill points are also based on intelligence, no less. It sort of makes int a bit of an overpowered ability score in 3.5 and Pathfinder. Yeah, let's just open the spellbook. As I kept forgetting to set them earlier. I've got ability, I don't really need banish. Oh yeah, I forgot Meta Magic. That's more of a sorcerer thing. so I've got some extra spell slots. Soundburst is probably a useful one. Yep, Inquisitors spontaneous, Barbarians can't cast spells. And Bards are, of course, spontaneous casters. Torch out. Onward we go. Oh yeah, this is the other side of the trolley is jammed. You need some special equipment to move it. Notice you have an old Indeed email saying your tax girls is hiring for tax preparer seasonal. I have no idea what that means, I'll be honest. Gilded Horn, Potion of Vanish.
A simple smile goes a long way.
Whoops.
Hey, have a look.
Holden Warrior's dog tag. A memento of times long past. A well-grounded antiquities collector might pay handsomely for it. Oh god, everyone's got caught in the web. Okay, where does this take me then? Nolus ads just ran. You messed with the TTV lol extension a minute and think they're over. Out of curiosity, are they scheduled? Yeah, I have it set to give the not like 3 minutes of adverts per hour, just to keep pre-rolls off. Unfortunately, that's basically the bare minimum of advertising I can do. I mean, to be fair, I do get paid a bit more, but still barely anything, so swings and roundabouts. Oh. Stealth mode engaged.
Is there trouble? Stand down.
What for Gorum?
She says as if she didn't start the whole thing. Can I charge? I can charge. Oh yeah, another interesting quirk of Pathfinder that it gets from 3.5 edition is it has flat-footed rules. So basically you're considered surprised until you've acted. Yeah, they are. Basically, they are supposed to alert, but for some reason the alert doesn't work on the mobile version. So I'm not really sure. I really need to sort of get Stream Elements or whatever it's called running on my phone, so I can actually do this sort of thing. I mean, not Stream Elements, Touch Portal. And actually try and do this professionally, but you know. Attack, not quite. But I can get up close.
How curious.
You deserved it.
This is for you.
You offend me.
Hey, spider.
Tear them apart! Repent!
I was complaining about this on Monday, but the attack icon looks kind of like an X, so it gets a bit confusing.
Wretched thing.
Friendship lasts forever.
This player character, yes it does.
Easy.
I move unseen.
Any last wishes?
Running won't help you!
No less, if they could consistently give the streamer control and warning, so they could organise breaks, that would be an improvement and be beneficial. Since a long enough stream should have breaks anyway. Yeah, I try when I go for a bathroom break. I do try to run ads then. Problem is, if I don't have automatically running ads, then I stand the risk of
Your time is over.
forgetting, and then everyone gets caught in pre-rolls, and that basically messes everything up. What's going on here then? Yeah, I might be going crazy, but it feels like I keep messing, I keep losing turns whenever Lindsay's acting. Yep. I mean, to be fair, the symbol's clearly supposed to be like swords, but you can't really make out the details at this resolution, so...
I'll fight if I have to.
Away, you rascal!
I think Nolus was talking about how the some of the dialogue sounds a bit fantasy archaic, but I think it's more that the cheerful player character voice set and Lindsay are both sort of supposed to be trying to sound more cheerful and enthusiastic about the whole adventuring thing.
This is where I step in. Stand down. Serves you right.
They go down! Yay!
They guess up again. Still got the great sword equipped.
Despicable!
You can't stop me.
Nolus, the text in general is way too small. That's just a thing, says the guy watching a Twitch stream at 480p. Yeah, I think that's a general weakness of the entire genre.
I'm not afraid.
Oops. Well.
You offend me.
Your life ebbs low.
You deserved it.
Consider me provoked. Advance.
Your time is over.
Okay, Harem succeeded on his saving throw, so he didn't take any poisoning there.
Huh?
Oh, about turn.
Shadows engulf me.
No time for idling.
Okay. Self-heal.
We've downed better ones.
Away, you rascal!
Okay, there's a lot of them.
Bring it!
I think I'll be fine.
Tear them apart!
unworthy.
Okay, do I have anything yet?
Any last wishes?
What a waste.
Stand down. You offend me.
Look at me, Gorum!
Yeah, I'm not sure how that spider got an attack of opportunity dealt to it, but okay.
They go down!
Wretched things.
This is for you!
Oh, strength damage.
This is where I step in.
Become as dust.
Oh no, dexterity damage.
Your time is over. There's something over there. Adventures are exciting.
The end draws near.
Easy.
Oh boy. What have we got here? Notice the sheer amount of works that you got way too into, trademark, and later found better. Oh, I thought I had that paused. Oh well. And later found far better alternatives too, but didn't have the time or enthusiasm left over to get into. Yes, you have that in common with the Super Hulot crowd at least. Precisely.
Away, you rascal.
I'll fight if I have to.
Hey, does the giant spider have some sort of effect on it?
Repent.
It's a big one. Oh, and that's dexterity damage against my rogue. Fantastic.
Bring it!
Despicable. Ha!
Stand down.
Ouch.
You can't stop me.
Oh, hey Drago, how's it going?
No.
Serves you right. You deserved it.
Hmm. Yep, I'm good. Just living my best tiefling life. Yep, I sort of recently finished a project to learn how to make acrylic teeth, so I'm very happy with that. I'm sort of taking a break from that. Well, any cosplay stuff at the moment, but next up I'm going to make some new horns for my D&D character, so that'll be fun as well. I know, right?
Tear them apart!
Yeah. How do I keep missing?
Advance.
You offend me.
Consider me provoked.
And you're dead.
Your life ebbs low.
They go down!
Unworthy. Wretched things.
And Lindsay was called forth.
What a waste.
Okay, Octavia's taken quite a bit of dexterity damage. Oh, you saw the picture I posted in Kara's server? Thanks. I'm super happy with how they came out. Although I think I can do better next time. Something. Yep, guess I'll just try camping.
I'll share my path.
Cook or hunt. Okay, I can't camp because I don't have enough rations. Not great. Okay, Wand of True Strike and a Mysterious Cloak. Oh, resistance +1. Okay, so my character has a cloak of resistance +1. Well, at least I know I've cleared out the boss for the area, I guess. I assume it's the boss.
How cute! I don't tolerate threats.
I suspect Octavia's not going to be able to hit much with all that dexterity damage, but... Oh, let's see if you can still do anything. Nope.
Any last wishes?
Despicable.
Bring it!
Away, you rascal! This is my time to shine.
Shout. Miner's leather. This hefty iron lever might be helpful if you need to move some heavy mining equipment. Okay. What was that one thing there? Zemir, Casimir, Opera, fastened to the chest are metal plaques, etched with the names of the Taldor cities.
The dangers don't frighten me.
Guess this is where the miners lived and worked. The remains of a miner's camp, deserted centuries ago. How's everyone's week going anyway?
I'll share my path.
Soul Eaters become more dangerous if they know their victim's name. Well, I don't know what a Soul Eater is, but I'm worried. Yeah. Password. Oh, I can't remember his password.
Uh-huh. Come at me, I dare you. Stand down.
No less, you have stuff you should do you haven't done yet. Doctor's appointment on Friday. Just a follow-up to a checkup. Not sure why. Yeah, it's probably just a routine thing.
Advance.
Tear them apart!
This is where I step in.
Whew. Everyone's rolling terribly.
Repent.
I'll fight if I have to. You can't stop me.
You offend me.
I think I've been in this area before. Yes, I have. Right, so I guess I need to make my way back to that mine. And use that lever on it. Unless you've got to reschedule your dentist appointment later in the year because the insurance you got only covers it after 6 months of enrollment. That's ridiculous.
I'll share my path.
That's done something.
The dangers don't frighten me.
Okay, and we're back, here. I don't know what that's achieved. Notice you've also got to call your dental insurance provider because for some reason you don't have a login on their site and you want to set up auto pay. That is weird.
This is my time to shine.
I guess the kobolds aren't going to ask me for a password.
I'll share my path. Hey, have a look!
Gonna steal their stuff.
What a surprise.
Age? Oh, yes.
There's something over there!
Valerie, sooner or later I'll find a way out and make Tartukio pay for his dishonor. Guess the cop knows who she should have sided with. The size of this room's shelving suggests that it once served as a lard of human miners who abandoned this place long ago. How do I convince the kobold to let her out? Oh, there's the chief. Let's ask him. Greetings, friends. Greetings, ends. I ask help. My shaman Tartuk go passage in your old sycamore. But might. Search relic. Afraid he can't do it. Friend finds shaman. Kobold attack then. Where might Tartuk be now? Don't know. He leave. Find relic. Enter sacred hall. Might not go this hall. We have might relic. Says the chief proudly. I may need the relic to enter the hall if Tartuk is already there. The chief thinks for a moment while scratching the back of his head with a clawed finger. Fine, I give my relic. You touch it door and enter. Then return relic. Oh cool, I have the relic. Yeah, I think what actually happened was that Tartuccio just sort of I'm gonna guess if there are any other party members still in his party. Like if I hadn't convinced Yafal to join me, she would be in there as well. I do kind of like his whole thing is that he ends up being so insufferable. I end up recruiting his people anyway. Maybe just get a tragic backstory, because he is really just a good rather than you love to hate. As the more of the might progressing. Passage cleared. We make big attack. Make big attack. How can I help? Kobold strong, fierce, not afraid, but my queen's strong too. Chief looks annoyed. You slay queen, I give reward. Might run away, no kobold die. Success. Success. The crier brandishes his weapon bravely, but he is clearly shaken when the queen is mentioned. Very well, I shall deal with the Might Queen. Fearless, I like. There is someone in your dungeon I wish to discuss. Tartuk, bring them. This dumbhead shouts silly things. Oh, Tartuk, Tartuccio. Can't talk good. It is unworthy of a ruler to stoop to insulting his prisoners, and we merely try to open your eyes, Chief. Okay, so I can be all lol. You sided with the wrong guy. Release them. Yes, useless. Let them go. We'll speak later. Farewell. Someone recently released from Kobold prison attracts your attention. I do not imagine I remember these days as among my more glorious. Tell me more about the story of Tartuccio and the kobolds and getting locked in their prison. It is a tale of deceit and disgrace. Tartuccio deceived everyone, spying for the pit axe and searching for an unknown relic. He used those gullible creatures and betrayed someone who might ask questions and expose him, presenting them as a hunting trophy for the kobold chief. I can just say, okay, bye. The dungeon sapped my strength, and the wounds I suffer from the dirty kobolds have yet to heal. I will partake of Oleg and Svelana's hospitality so that I may heal, and will be happy to join you afterwards. Okay, Cop, catch you later. Octavia? As long as I've known you, you've constantly freed people from prisons and chains. Is that a coincidence or a good habit? I'll go chaotic good here. I hate jails and their keepers. Chaotic evil option. When I become a baroness, I'll chain everyone up myself. Lawful evil. I don't waste valuable resources. Yep, I hate jails and their keepers. Oh, me too. Hate them. Right then. I need to be here. And let's just watch the wait. Lord. Just north here.
What for Gorum?
Your time is over.
So yeah, if I attack before another character's had a chance to act, automatically a sneak attack. Because that's just how how Pathfinder rules work.
Serves you right.
Your life ebbs low.
Critical miss. That's what they call me.
Consider me provoked. Away, you rascal.
Wretched thing.
You deserved it.
They go down!
How cute!
Never thought these burrows have chasms like that. I don't know if there's supposed to be a point to that, but... Notice, if you recall, the 5th edition double butts basically reinvents flat-footed just for itself. Yeah, you're right there. The assassin, basically the assassin class, it was a prestige class in 3.5 edition in Pathfinder, has the ability to get basically an even better sneak attack off against an opponent who doesn't know they're there, which mechanically is basically an improved sneak attack right at the start of the round if they get someone flat-footed. So 5th edition basically has to reinvent the flat-footed rules so the assassin can take advantage of them. You're doing so much walking. Okay, can I camp and heal a bit? Yeah, no hunting here either. I don't have the rations for it. Oh, I'll just have to make the best of it.
Magritium Turinos.
A simple smile goes a long way.
Grotus
Yeah.
awaits us.
Have the I'll have to do. What's all this then?
Oh, my impromptu rival. You are late, as always. A little advice: never join any races. Speed is just not for you.
Right. I'm just gonna go for a quick bathroom break. I'll be right back. Everyone in chat, behave yourselves, and I'll just be a few minutes. And we're back. Nolas, where do you get double butts for assassins from? You could swear it was from Nick's games, but you couldn't remember which. Oh no, it was from my Blades in the Dark campaign. Yeah, well, I don't know where I picked it up from, but it's been living in my head rent-free for years, so... The outline of an unknown artifact disappears into the portal, and Tartusio turns to you. He still looks like a kobold, but seems to think it is useless to keep pretending. Alright, before once again we continue... Yep, we'll rise for the BisectedBrioche stream national anthem. Right. What is this? What is with this disguise, Tartusio?
Do you mean the performance I put on for the kobolds? Wasn't this an excellent idea? The poor folks did everything I wanted, even started a brawl with their beloved neighbor mites. I did not even need to make any effort to complete my mission. That is why I will always be a step ahead of you and the like.
And this is the person I nearly made the hero of my book? Ew.
But you don't know my mission, and won't ever know because I will never tell you, even for the pleasure of seeing your discouraged face. Don't take me for an idiot. I am not going to tell you anything, even despite the fact that I am going to kill you. By the way, did you know I am going to kill you?
Okay, Wheatley.
We do, Dimwit, we really do. You know too much. And truth be told, I am simply tired of you.
Hey, have it your way. Let's warm up the blender.
They choose to stand against me? I think that went quite well. Okay, can she tank it? Let's find out. Go, Amari. Orlan, that was the name of the character you're trying to remember, Nolus. The NPC I accidentally gave the same first name as Nick's character. It was fun to sort of write some drunken rants for him. Any last wishes?
Despicable.
Bloody heck.
Ona Adayana.
I'm gonna have to get rid of these guys before I do anything else.
Stand down.
Can we retreat now?
Amari can just solo the boss because she's amazing.
This is where I step in.
Advance!
Yeah, that's cheating.
What a waste.
You offend me.
Bring it!
Serves you right.
I can just keep chipping through them.
Unworthy.
Wait, did he just get... Yes, he did. There's the last kobolds.
Become as dust.
Nellis, what instrument does Lindsay play? And if it isn't the bagpipes, why does it sound like them? Good question. I think she's more of a archivist sort of bard, so I don't know what instrument she plays.
Your time is over.
Oh, forgot to switch weapons. Oh well.
Tear them apart!
You deserved it.
Okay, let's loot. Mercutio, unidentified ring, wand of magic missile. Wonder if I was quicker at this side quest, I'd have managed to stop him before he did whatever that was he did. Okay, inventory. Okay, so I've got all the relics back. Back to me. Front. And let's put an end to this war then. Nerdless, you wonder if it'd be weird if instead of a character class based around music, D&D had a character class based around chronicling. I mean, that's basically the wizard. To be fair, the original bards were actually more like lore master sorts of things. At the exit of Sycamore Hall, you meet Badar, Queen of the Mites, and Sootscale, Chief of the Kobolds. They look askance at each other. Their rage barely suppressed, but they did not attack. Okay. Oh, the chaotic neutral option is to lie and just keep the sycamore branches. I'll be honest. I'm chaotic neutral, but I'm not a jerk about it. Sootscale. Treacherous! Treason! Okay, so Lawful Good is giving it back. Chaotic is keeping both branches. Telling them to create new traditions. Chaotic, honour me. Yeah, I'm gonna be chaotic. Achievement progress, they call me unpredictable. Magic, might take this gift. Honour you, hero. The kobold crier reaches out for a glove. Love! Great relic! Amazing. You managed to get them to reconcile. Good work. I thought a fight was inevitable. You have founded your own cult. Henceforth, your glove is treated as a sacred relic in the dungeons under the old sycamore. Okay, that is a chaotic move. Can I rest here? No. What do I do with the relics then? I wonder if they're edible. Okay, guess they're gonna have a new war eventually. Is this the way out? Old Sycamore Depths? No, that's not the way out. That's the way out. And yeah, no, Nihilus, that wizard wasn't really what you had in mind. Yeah, basically the bard was originally... Well, it was basically as close as original D&D got to a prestige class, because the idea was you start off with a fighter who got to level 5, then you took 5 levels in thief, then you had to train under a druid, and then and only then could you start taking levels in bard.
What
What a sorry spectacle. The treacherous servant of a treacherous king, who in his turn is mere servant to even greater powers. He impersonates a lesser creature and dies.
Who is this
A good
mysterious
joke
fellow?
is a powerful weapon, and a bad one can seal the Joker's fate. So be it. Rise, my unfortunate jester. Your performance is not over yet.
Oh no. It's a necromancer. He's stuck in kobold form. No less. Bad RPG idea. The default party setup includes an NPC chronicler, and anything happens to them, the party's legend score at the end of the campaign takes a hit. To be fair, a lot of RPGs do have sort of mechanics like that. Like, Blades in the Dark is pretty much uses the playbook that way.
I turned to Grotus when I lost everything. You lost everything too, Lindsay. Why do you keep clinging to your old life?
Why do you ask? Have my hands withered? Did my eyes fall out? Maybe I forgot all the letters, or got a cursed inkwell that evaporates whenever I reach for it. As long as none of that happens, I'll keep writing, just like always. Why do you think I've lost anything at all?
Nolus, since when did the Joker ascend and get champions? Well, you know, necromancers just be that way. Well, anywho, I think the only thing left to do on this map is to go deal with that one event over here. Oh yeah, do I have See Invisible? Yes, I do. Okay, let's try this again then. Your fear tastes so delicious. Okay.
Wretched things.
See what happens here. Okay, See Invisible. Can't see invisible on here.
Be there, Ormos.
Away, you rascal!
Despicable.
Ha 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 ha, now he's laughing. Nolus, you guessed realistically the chronicler would just be an NPC who lived somewhere, and the party would either visit them or send messages to update them. I mean, the trip of the chronicler who follows the party to witness stuff directly is there, but it's a bit contrived given the lack of self-preservation. I mean, that's how you get Yaskia, and there's nothing wrong with that. Lindsay, I believed in you. Alright, yeah, I've got my bow, haven't I?
Stand down.
Advance.
Dispel fear, dispel fear.
This spell's purpose is different.
Ona Adayana.
Bring it.
Keith, you're pretty sure Felix is currently dead in Warhammer, while Gotrek isn't. So yeah, party chroniclers die is pretty normal. Although that might just be Felix getting old, while Gotrek is the last dwarf in the whole Warhammer surviving, even the collapse of the old world. Yeah, Yaskia does stop following Geralt around for a bit, although I think that's actually because Geralt sends him away.
This is for you!
Unworthy.
Oh, for goodness sake, Lindsay.
Tear them apart!
You offend me.
Wretched things.
Okay, he's immune to haze of dreams.
They go down!
Your time is over.
Despicable.
Any last wishes?
Okay, I have no idea how I'm supposed to win this fight. Alright, yeah. Immune to spells.
Away, you rascal!
Advance!
This is where I step in.
we're talking.
Unworthy.
Zan, Dan.
You offend me.
Wretched things.
Serves you right.
Repent!
I'll fight if I have to. Your time is over.
Tashan Savitur.
You deserved it.
Oh, that's a lot of Warhammer lore going on in the chat.
Your life ebbs low.
You can't stop me. Away, you rascal.
You need to wonder, what am I doing that's stopping me getting sneak attack here?
Despicable.
Any last wishes?
What a waste!
Consider provoked.
Oh no, it's not immune to sneak attack. It can't be flanked if every side is your front side. Yeah, I did get a sneak attack on it before, so it's definitely not immune.
This body holds no more.
Stand down.
Yeah, I just need that flag here properly.
This is for you.
You offend me.
Advance.
Serves you right.
Become as dust.
Bring it. I'll fight if I have to. Assist me or lose me.
Your time is over.
Tashan Savitur.
You deserved it.
Repent.
Tear them apart!
You can't stop me.
Away, you rascal.
Unworthy.
I have no idea how I'm supposed to hit the bloody thing.
Your life ebbs low.
They go down!
Consider me provoked. This can't be over.
Stand down. Any last wishes?
What a waste.
Hey!
This is for you!
You offend me.
I'm thinking about it. I think I need to be close for a sneak attack to actually work.
This is where I step in.
Become as dust.
Bring it!
I'll fight if I have to.
Screw it, I'm going in close.
Your time is over. Serves you right.
Repent!
Tear them apart!
You can't stop me! Away, you rascal!
That's not giving me sneak attack.
You deserved it.
Sneak attack, sneak attack. If a character can catch an opponent when plus no, I don't know, dexterity bonus to AC. Or when the character flanks a target. How does flanking work in Pathfinder again?
Your life ebbs low.
They go down!
Consider me provoked. Stand down.
What a waste!
This is for you.
Direct opposites. Okay.
You offend me.
That should be a flank, but
Any last wishes?
Become as dust.
Bring it!
I'll fight if I have to. Your time is over. This is where I step in.
Repent!
Tear them apart!
yeah, I think I'm just going to load my save and not bother with this. Notice, you have to be directly in front of them, and they also have to have really bad lag. Oh, thank you for the raid. Rogan Bold. I hope I'm pronouncing that properly. Okay, oh good, that's right. No less, you have to have them... If you've got too many people around them, they counter surrounded instead of flanked. Oh yeah, I completely forgotten about that. Wish me good luck on my run. Oh, thank you. Hello, anyone who just dropped in that raid then? What were you playing? Oh, Pathfinder, Kingmaker as well. How far are you? Oh, no spoilers if you're further than me.
The dangers don't frighten me.
Act 5. Really far ahead of me then. Hello, Kiri83. Welcome to the chat. Oh, you've played a lot of times, so no spoilers. Oh, no spoilers. Yeah, this is my first playthrough. I'm actually quite excited to be finally streaming it because Wrath of the Righteous is my favourite adventure path, so I'm hoping to get to that next. Ooh. Let's just travel back here. Kiri, Wrath is really good too. Yeah, I heard they sort of managed to refine the mechanics. So obviously everything's feels a bit experimental here. And thanks for the hydration posture check, Nicholas. Oh yeah, I suppose I should do the whole. I'm BisectedBrioche. I stream playthroughs of single-player games. I'm a trans woman and a cosplayer. And that's about it. And have a good luck. Broken Bold, thanks again for the raid.
Unworthy.
Oh, not me moving, okay. I can't charge because I don't need to.
Serves you right. Stand down.
Repent.
I also play tabletop RPGs. It's been a long day.
Consider me provoked.
Wretched things.
They go down!
You deserved it. You offend me.
Oh, now I get sneak attack.
Your life ebbs low.
You knave. This is for you.
Okay, so if I have two enemies clustered, well, two characters clustered around an enemy, my rogues get sneak attacks. Scroll of protection from law. It's better than a lawyer.
I'll share my path.
Achievement progress. Survivor.
I need to catch my breath.
You can cure blindness with a scroll of remove blindness. And cave bears live in caves. Guardian of the Bloom. Greetings. The nymph's tender voice comes to you softly. The scent of flowers and evening dew is dizzying. In this dark hour, I had not even dreamed of encountering someone in these lands who could stand against the one who blights me. But you appeared, and you brought along with you hope along with you. With the strength of the fog fading, I am able to show you the way to the Stag Lord's fortress. Please, go there and slay our enemy before he can strike another blow. Will you help me in the battle? I cannot. The nymph lowers her head. My power is barely enough to make a slight tear through the veil of the fog. Keeping the way open to you is all I can do to help. Once after I beat the Stag Lord. The nymph casts her eyes down for a moment. And you would like to see me again? Then yes, of course. I'll come to you once the tormentor is gone for good. I really hope to have a chance to show you the true beauty of these lands. The meadows, the flowers. Yep, you can count on me. Your words resonate inside my soul. Now I can see that I chose the right person, worthy to hear my pleas. The nymph leans forward and places something in your hand. Should you lose, my heart will stop with yours. But should you win, the sun shall rise once more over these lands. In its rays, in that ring dance of blooming life, we shall meet again. I leave you a small gift, a token of hope and the reward that await you after these hardships. Farewell. No, take care. Items received, nymphs gets gift. Yeah, I guess it's kind of like Destiny Bond. Who am I going to give the Wand of Magic Missile? +2 dodge bonus against ranged attacks. I'll take it. Okay, let's give Bokken his radishes. Does this look like the radish you're looking for? Bokken's face brightens and he rubs the sides of his in satisfaction. Yes, that's it. Hey, there's even more than I expected here. Thank you so much. Take this. You deserve it. Would you buy more fangberries and moon radishes? A sly smile spreads on Bokken's face. A glint in his eye. Sorry, my friend, but after you took a walk through that cave, there's nary a spider left. So now it's safe enough for me to gather the berries myself, rather than pay someone else any time I need to cook dinner or make a potion. And that bucket of moon radishes will be plenty for me. Oh, for me to help Oleg for a long time to come, I mean. Why do you need the moon radishes? Bokken blushes heavily and coughs into his fist. That's for Oleg. He sprained his back last summer, you see? Tried to move a heavy chest all by himself. You can't even imagine the healing powers of these radishes. They make great pain-killing ointment. Potent, exquisite, just, Oleg would never confess his weakness to anyone. I see him wince every time he bends over to pick something up. The old man sighs a bit too loudly. Oh, when will the poor man realise he's not 15 anymore? I mean, that's Twitter in a nutshell. Okay, let's just sell off some stuff. Yeah, that's a lot of copper rings. Keith, oh please, the Bird King of Twitter wishes he had the maturity of a 15-year-old. Yeah, that's fair. Seven silver spoons. Keep thinking the agate's some sort of meat. Notice those spell scrolls look kind of like the spells in Fate. I don't think I've played it, so wish I knew what I could need to these recipes for. Silver ingots. No D&D campaign is complete without one. Nope, don't want to sell the chocolate. Okay, do I keep the relic or do I sell it? Guess I'll sell it. Don't really need the extra heavy shield. Actually, no, I could probably give it to the paladin. Just pick. Yep, that's everything. I have a lot of money right now, but not much to do with it. Ooh, belt of giant strength. Incredible dexterity. Take that. Thinking about it, I remember at one point he had a bag of holding on in his... Oh, see you in a bit, Nolis. Oh, wow, it's nearly 9:30. I'll get through the dialogue and then I'll probably finish up. Okay, I've already got a headband of vast intelligence. Oh, copy recipe. That's what I need to do.
serve you?
Okay, nothing else to say. Say. Wait, do I... Oh yeah, the paladin's around here somewhere. Oh, thanks for the boop, Canuda. You love my makeup. Oh, thank you. Yeah. The only real options for tieflings were red or blue, so I just sort of went for a bit blue for my tiefling. No, Keston? Before you stands a heavy-set man with a grim, determined features. His weathered face is crossed by several scars, yet they do little to mar his appearance. His gaze is heavy, but he avoids all eye contact, as if unafraid of unwittingly sharing whatever burden weighs so heavily on him.
Well, this is not the best outcome, but I think it will be good enough for Jamandi. Take this as a reward for your help. I'll send word to Restov and let them consider how they might return the favor. Once again, I thank you for your help. I'll remain here until my men recover from their wounds. Meanwhile, we'll help guard the trading post and fight off any bandits should they return. Good luck in all your plans and endeavors.
Okay. Lindsay, got anything else to say? Nope. Really don't like how you're just seconds away from clicking on the wrong dialogue option. I mean, the one to send them away. Oh yeah, I've been thinking about these two. I reckon they actually sort of add up to a chaotic neutral character. But Rigongar's basically doing all the evil actions. Octavia's doing all the good ones. So mechanically they're chaotic evil and chaotic good. A paladin round here, and I need to ask her what she thinks. Well, there should be anyway. Like, I'm 80% sure the paladin should be around here somewhere. Okay, that's Jeffal, the opposite of a paladin.
I'll share my path.
Does anyone know where the paladin hangs out? Fairly sure I recruited her. Oh, there she is. Wounds are a matter of course for a fighter. Not the wounds that bother me, but the forced idleness. Okay, guess I can't recruit her yet.
Dangers don't frighten me.
Well, in any case, I guess I'll be dealing with the Stag Lord on Monday. I've got work in the morning, so I'd better call it here. You're welcome, Willow. Thank you for watching. So yeah, thanks everyone for dropping by. Oh hey Jan. Oh wait, you've been here all along, Jan. Glad you enjoyed it, Jan. You're welcome, Nick. Nolus. For some reason there my bitrate flagged up as red. We'll just find someone to raid. Tomorrow I'm going to be on 8-Bit Goggles' channel. Just give him a shout out. Assuming he's feeling okay. And Nick and I, well, Nick and I will be doing some more Ace Attorney, so that'll be fun. Friday it's just going to be Earthbound. Yeah. And I think D&D is starting again next week. So that's something to look forward to. As always, follow me on Twitter and Asterix for more stuff on cosplay. I'm just giving myself a bit of a break at the moment, but I'll get back to it soon. Really want to start on the horns next. I'm probably going to start an Instagram at some point. I think I've got an Instagram account I've never used, so I'll be using that. And I also need to give Mastodon a look. Right, who have we got live? We've got Dark Persona, our alt twin. No one else I really know that well. Well, I rated on a Monday, so I'll give Dark Persona a raid. Nolus, you heard of something called Hive recently? Yeah, I've heard some very mixed things about it. I think I'll just avoid it. For now, at least. Pardon me. Not me pretending to yawn to show off my teeth. So yep, say hello to Dark Persona for me. I mean, I'll say hello too, because I'm going to be raiding in with you. I'll be back again I'm back again on 8-Bit Goggles' channel tomorrow. I'll be back again on this channel on Friday. And I hope you all have a lovely evening, or whatever it happens to be in your time zone. And, yep. I don't think I've really said enough, so Happy New Year. Welcome to 2023. We're going to raid in 3, 2, 1, let's go. Oh, and if you're watching on YouTube, like, comment and subscribe.
Glad to see you here. And the tentacle hugging.
Mr. Host, sir.
Hi, BisectedBrioche. How you doing, hun? Welcome to the stream, Raiders. Thank you. Come on in, get comfortable, grab a tentacle and wrap up tight. Bread, get in my belly. I love bread. Nom 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 nom.